1, 2, 3, 4.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, the big dick is here. Get ready. May we start?
What is up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another Tasty Tuesdays talk. I am Zebra. It's a wonderful Tuesday today in Dash Radio on Tastemaker channel. And we have a lovely guest today that I'm excited to introduce. He's a singer and songwriter and artist. I'll let him describe his music and kind of the artistry he creates as well. But he goes by Zai the Conqueror.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on.
No worries.
Zai the Conqueror.
Yes, sir.
Zai the Conqueror. How did that come about? Because once when I saw your page and we were conversing, I was like, Zai the Conqueror. That is a dope name.
Oh, thank you.
Anyone with Conqueror,
Okay.
we got to find out.
Well, I mean, there's two meanings to it. I've always loved history.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the kings that's credited in England with uniting the entire country, the entire isle under one banner was William the Conqueror. And so my goal, as ambitious as it is to unite people through music. That's my medium.
Okay.
And everything that I do, every time there's a hardship that comes up in my life, I conquer it. I don't let it stop me. I just keep going. So that's why I took the name. But Zion was my original name.
Zion,
Right.
that's where.
I was given that name in college by my teacher. I went to the Musicians Institute down the street.
Okay, it's right in Hollywood.
Yeah, right in Hollywood. I used to live up here on McCadden, right back when there was the Geisha House up there.
The Geisha House.
Yeah, on Cherokee.
And now it's that club. You know what? It's the trapment place.
Yes.
Trying to get out of the enclosed.
I'm not doing all that.
You've never been?
No, I will not go. That's crazy.
I went once, and it was a lot of fun. I went with a couple, and then they group you with other people if you don't have enough people.
Okay.
And they're like, you get as many clues as you want. Just hit the clue, and it's a intercom, and you just like, we need another clue.
Okay. How many clues did you take?
The silly thing is, we didn't take enough clues, so we died.
Oh, well,
I guess we died.
I couldn't even do a fake die. If I'm ever in a film, my clause is going to be that I can't die no matter what. The whole place I'm in could blow up, but I still have to be alive somehow.
Well, maybe you'll die and the spirit will live on.
No, that's still dead. What are you talking about?
Not exactly.
Explain.
Sometimes, kind of like Star Wars, right?
Okay.
When you're dead, you're more powerful.
Okay.
And you'll be Zai the Conqueror still.
Okay. Right.
But I like that that motto you said. It's probably what you kind of what would you call it? Trying to think of the word. Affirmation.
Okay, yeah.
That you live by. Whatever comes my way, I conquer it.
Right. That's one. And also, everything works out in the end. If it hasn't worked out, it's not the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way that I persevere as well.
How did you become like this Zen person?
No, I mean, it's through a lot of struggle. I was in a band prior to being a solo artist, and we were called Blue Noise. Mm-hmm. And it was taxing because I was the leader of the group, so there were certain things I had to do that I wasn't equipped to do at the time. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
28 now.
You're 28? Mm-hmm. So when was this?
This was I was 23, 24, and 22.
Was this your first experience
in a group?
Yeah, group?
Yeah.
Was it straight out of the Music Institute? Or?
Yeah, we all met there.
Okay.
All the members. My drummer was Leland Shinnett. Matt Franson was my guitarist, and Caroline Myers was the bassist, and we all met there.
So you all had chemistry, per se?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did. We did. It was organic, more or less. It was like, because Leland was just playing on one of my songs that I had written called Used To, and I said, do you want to be in my band? He was like, sure. And then I was like, do you know any guitarists? And he was like, yeah. And he brought Matt, and then we went to Leland's birthday party, and Caroline was inside the bathroom, or waiting to go into the bathroom, and I was like, you're pretty. How about you join us? And she was like, okay. So it was just like organic in the beginning. It was not like
did you all graduate around the same time? then?
I was first because
Okay.
I started before them.
That's why you're the leader.
Well, I was right. Okay. And I also took business courses there, and I was a singer, so it just kind of made.
It goes
And I'm the
hand in hand.
tallest,
Yeah, of course. You're probably
So-
the tallest in a lot of situations. In the
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. What is with that? I mean, no, it's not always true, but a lot of lead singers are
The
tall.
tallest. Yeah. Well, some.
Some are very short.
I've been shocked because I've seen some. I'm like, yo, I just thought. Like one time I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger in person, and I was like, I just thought you'd be a little.
Isn't he 5'10"? Is that
I
right?
thought he'd be like 6'7".
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like 6'4".
No.
6'3"?
No, I thought he was like 5'10" when I saw him in person. He was shorter than me.
Yeah, I think he's around. We'll have to double check it. I thought he was around 6 foot because I watched his little documentary and there was like Lou Ferrigno, the guy that played the Hulk.
Oh yeah.
And he's tall.
Okay. How tall is he?
I think he's like around 6'5", 6'7".
Yeah, see,
my
no.
numbers are probably off, but I think that's true.
I just
Because
felt like
they-
when I saw him, he was way shorter than
Yeah.
I expected.
Yeah, they have photos and videos. They always
Right.
make it. Conan the Barbarian, you would think you'd be 6'5".
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like to me, he looked like the Hulk, like a regular human version of the Hulk. So I would think that he'd be like at least, 7'1".
That's funny. So you said you kind of developed this mentality through struggles and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So how were you before that? Were you just down on life? I mean,
I was just
it derives from somewhere, and
Yeah.
keep this positive mentality. I mean, a lot of people struggle, to keep this positive mentality throughout, short periods of life, long periods of their life.
Mhm.
So I'm just curious.
I just have this is gonna sound like crazy, but I've just always known that whatever I put my mind to, I can do. There's been throughout my entire life, there's been tons of struggles that I had to and hurdles I had to jump through. So to me, it's just waking up and living another day,
Mhm.
and it's about how you frame that day. So it took me a while to get there. There's definitely times in the band, and if you asked my old bandmates, they would tell you I would get frustrated. I wasn't the best at articulating what was going on.
Your feelings or verb?
Everything, period. Everything, period. Like I think at that point I was sick of being the eldest too, because I was the oldest member in the group, and I'm also the oldest child in my family. So just all the responsibility, I was like, I just got over it. So it just had to shift. We got signed, and then
You got signed. So
Yeah.
did they go anywhere after that then, or
no,
kind of just
after we
fell
got
apart?
signed, we shortly broke up. Like we went on a tour, and then that was it.
Mhm.
So
Just didn't.
I think we were just tired. I think we were
How long did it run for?
4 years.
So you did from 23 to 27,
Yeah.
28.
Yeah. So this is
Oh, now you're in. Yeah, now we're here.
Yeah. So it just took, I think honestly in between there, it just took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do musically and how I wanted to create.
What type of music was this band, would you say?
It was pretty much the same because
you're
I
doing.
was co-producing it and I wrote all the songs that we were doing. And so it was pretty much the same, but I think for me, now the stuff I'm creating has a different focus because I understand my artistry more and I'm not having to tailor everything so that everybody can get their part. Like the musicians I bring on now they're playing with me for that show, It's not like we're the band and I got to sit there and figure out how to incorporate the drums and the guitar and bass and give everybody their moment to shine, It's not the same.
Well, when you're a solo artist, you make all the money.
I mean, I will say that.
You don't have to divvy it out.
And I mean, I will say I don't get me wrong with this. I love being in a group, but I think for me, it's just I'm happier as an artist playing by myself.
Would you ever consider being in a boy band?
Never. Nothing against that, but I could never do that. I'm not a dance. I mean, I can dance, but I don't dance like that.
Not all boy bands can dance.
Okay.
They
well,
try to dance and it just
then
looks.
there's no point in being in the boy band if we're not going to dance.
Well, they have like El Divo.
Oh, okay.
The opera, like kind of those opera
The
pop singers.
supergroup.
Super groups.
Right.
The superhuman groups. Super vocalists.
I would do it if I could be with some legendary artists. So if it's me and then there's I don't know, 2 members from the Spice Girls and I don't know.
We got Spice Girls. Okay, we could throw in maybe one from NSYNC.
Okay.
And then maybe go from old school and go 112.
One, okay, but no, it would have to be the lead singer. I can't Slim. It would have to be Slim because he's the only one.
Guy. Yeah, he's the only
right.
one. It was like in sync. Like you had two. You had Justin and JC. Yeah, but
Jay Fatone sometimes.
Yeah,
and Lance Bass. No, they all could because
they never really had solos though.
What you call it? You ever watch The Fairly Odd Parents?
No.
Oh, okay. Dang. Then Chris.
Oh, was he in it?
He said he was the guy that sang "My Shiny Teeth That Sparkle Just Like the Stars and Spit." Like I was like, okay, he could kind of sing, but
who was in that?
That was Chris Kirkpatrick. He was a part of NSYNC.
The pineapple.
Yes, yeah.
The pineapple head.
Who lives in it? Yeah, he has a pineapple head.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Now, if there were memes then, there would be so many memes. There probably is now.
That hair.
But that hair, man, he was way ahead of his time.
Right.
So, this band, since it didn't work out, was your, I guess, your mission or your objective was you already knew you wanted to be a solo artist?
There's no other option.
Band? Yeah, if the band, say you had that deal and it blew up, fans were coming, people were screaming, and you're doing venues and traveling around, you'd probably be still doing that. I mean, unless you were unless you were still doing all the work.
So at that point, I wasn't happy anymore.
Yeah, someone else took over kind of and helped you with the business side and all.
If that would have happened, we never know. Yeah. But like I will say, I learned a lot from those guys. I learned a lot from being in a group, and we did 2 music videos. We did a lot of cool stuff together, and I'm happy that I'm where I am now, though.
Are any of them still doing music?
My guitarist, Matt Franson, he actually owns Franson Guitars. And he lives in Tacoma, Washington.
And that's where his guitar shop is?
Right. And he makes really dope guitars, 7 strings, all kinds of stuff. So he went to the Guitar Craft program down here in MI as well. So he's doing it. I don't really know about Leland or Caroline, but yeah.
Oh, cool. So let's talk about a little bit about Zaya the Conqueror.
Zaya the Conqueror, okay.
Well, your music.
Yeah.
Would you say it's eclectic?
That's an amazing. Yeah, I would put it that way. I like that. It's eclectic. It's
original.
Original. It's what feels good to me. Thank you. I like all these adjectives.
Well, that's what I got the vibe out of it. I especially Hideaway.
Find a way. No worries. We're still getting to know each other.
Find a way to hide away, or hide away to find a way.
Okay.
But
either way, there's a way.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start making some lyrics, and put me a little percentage off of that. And
2%.
I'll take whatever comes away.
Okay.
Some of those percentages though are very low, and they make banks.
A lot of money, right? It depends. It just depends on the units.
I just did an inflection.
Okay.
Like when you have a writer and then you do an inflection,
right.
You put. I wrote
that's that. How I did. Look, you hear me in the background. That order that you hear being made on the phone, that's me.
Yeah.
I need 5%.
Yeah, so like hip hop songs, they have like the telephone line.
I used to work in music clearances, and we'd always know like
recording.
Right. Or like it was always funny because all the hip hop songs would have like 85 different writers on there, and it's like there's no way in hell all of you guys wrote on this one song, but
at least they're giving credit.
Right. So, but you're asking, I'm sorry, about Find a Way.
Yeah, Find a Way. So when I first listened to it, the intro comes in and then it just kind of hits you with this new sound.
Mm-hmm.
And just explain that. Like, I mean, you call it Afrofuturistic soul.
It's Afro. It's I guess you could say
because it's almost like what's that when they're like scatting? Is it like da 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 da?
Mm-hmm. Well, find a way, baby.
Yeah, is that? Is it scatting?
I mean, not really. I'm just saying, find a way. It's so.
No, but
I know what you mean, like a.
Yeah, and then just like improving and impromptu.
Yeah,
I got that vibe. Like it was like I'm in a live performance listening to you, and it's just like this and that and that.
I actually like that. That's actually so that comes from my gospel background. I started singing in church when I was a little kid, so. That's where you probably grabbed that.
Okay, so it was a choir.
Yeah, Linda Vista Baptist Church and Bayview Baptist Church, both in San Diego.
Were you the lead singer there?
I was not. But I did have a solo when I was 4 years old. I sang "The Lord Is My Rock" with my mom, and it was Easter Sunday, so it was a big deal because it's Easter Sunday.
Yeah, it was probably packed, full
it
house.
was. Everybody was dressed to the 9s. You know, it was. But yeah, so when you hear that vibe from it, I appreciate that. That speaks to my roots. But yeah, it comes from that. So, but "Find a Way" was just about. When I write songs, it's like therapy for me. You know, it's very much getting out whatever emotions are internally that I'm not able to express, you know, properly. So that song I had written about this person I was dating who ended up having to leave the country because they weren't from here, and I was so sad because, you know, I was in love. So I needed to find a way to get over it. So I just wrote that. And it just took me a while to find the right producer. Lo and behold, I was living in Colorado for the last 2 years. And this guy who was working at the liquor store down the street from my condo, he we were just talking. I don't know how it came up that we both did music, but it just was a conversation. And he said, "Well, can I play you some beats?" And I was like, "Yeah." And this is all during COVID. This is all like when, you know, no one's really allowed out. And so like, I'm hungry to be around people because we've been stuck inside, you know? And he played me this one beat and I was like, yo, if we add this to this and then put it here, that's my song, "Find a Way." And so Joey Francois is his name. And we recorded that and that was that, so.
So are you hands-on with the producer as well?
Very much.
Because did you go for production as well, or?
No, I didn't go for production. I've always heard it, so I don't know how to explain.
No, you know sounds,
right?
And you can describe what you want.
And it's more like, for me also, it's the feeling too. I want to make sure that the instrumentation is conveying the same emotion that I'm giving vocally, you know. So yeah, I direct a lot of the producers on how I would like things to hear. Or what needs to be the imagery that comes across in your mind when you hear the song. Like if I want it to sound like a intergalactic swamp, well, let's figure out how that sounds. You know,
how would you describe that?
The colors would be blue. I see this is gonna sound crazy. It'd be blue, and then you'd hear stars. You'd hear stars being born and stars dying.
Or something like kind of rising and like a crescendo.
Yes, exactly.
And
See, okay, right.
I'm very visual.
Okay, there it is. But the colors would be very vibrant and
brighter sounds.
Right. Okay. Yes. See, so you get it. See, you speak my language. We can do some music.
Let's just have an abstract conversation.
Okay.
Right now. That's yeah. So, all right. I mean, shall we just play it?
Sure.
We'll just play it right now since we described it.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, we'll play it. So that was "Find a Way." Hideaway. No, Find a Way. Find a Way.
Find a way, find a way, find a way, baby.
Yeah, and what we were discussing while this was playing, I recognized that but from what you write there, you can do a little sample for us again if you want on the mic.
Find a way, yeah, baby. Find a way, yeah. We are.
You have a powerful voice.
Thank you.
A powerful gift, as some would say. And I noticed in listening to your music, it's toned down a bit.
Controlled, yeah.
Is that right? Or?
Yeah, you're 100% spot on with that. As I was saying, but when my band started, a lot of the time I would belt because I could. Yeah. You know, not everybody could belt.
It's like I can. It's like the person, like I can dunk. I'm gonna dunk.
Exactly. Like if I could hit the Mariah Carey notes, I would be hitting them all the time.
You know? There are some singers that all they do is hit those Mariah Carey.
And I'm like, can we, you know? But I had a really brilliant vocal coach named Roger Burnley here in LA, and he actually was showing me how to transition and how to add different elements to my vocal style and to like make it even better and stronger each time. So like I've grown into it, and I've had a lot of people tell me that your voice is going to get better as you get older. And like when you're like 22 and you're like in a band, it's not the thing you want to hear. But I will say, as I've gotten older, they were 100% right, and patience is definitely key in this. So.
Yeah, it's a vocal instrument.
Yeah,
and like anything else in life, it takes time.
Right,
And
right.
if you don't practice your craft and anything you do, it's not going to get improved.
And people forget that, and I forgot that,
Yeah.
and it's a part of the journey of being a singer, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, it's very interesting. We tend to forget, those things. It's always the simplest things.
Right, right.
But you obviously like the way your voice is developing.
Oh, I love it.
Mhm.
Honestly,
When was that? When you like, oh damn,
when I recorded Find a Way,
find a way.
I think all the different ideas I had when we were recording, like I was like, well, I said I want the background vocals to be there, but I want them to sound ethereal, like it's the spirit speaking, I want it to be in the front. I want this to be here. And everything I was like coming up with was working, and my voice was working along with it. So that was a moment where I was like, I've really learned how to control my voice. I've really learned how to express and articulate what I need. It was a complete 360 from when I was in my original band. And so for me, it just shows my growth. So like recently, I listen to that song all the time on my phone,
Yeah,
as if it's somebody else.
If you don't listen to your own music, then
Right.
I mean, I've listened to some interviews, and some artists are like, the interviewer will ask them, "What music do you listen to?" He's like,
Mhm.
"I don't listen to music. I just make music and listen to my own music."
Oh no. I do that both.
Yeah.
And then I also listen. I have like my set artists, because there's certain artists that push me to want to be.
Oh, and inspiring to you. So who are
Right.
they?
Dawn Richard. I don't know if you know who. She was in Danity Kane and Dirty Money. And then she has her own epic career. And I love Her Majesty the King, Beyonce. She's the shit. Like, I don't know what else to say about her. Prince is somebody I listen to. And then I go back to like all the stuff that my mom and my grandparents listened to, like the Spinners, and because you can hear different arrangements and different influences and how they played instrumentation and find ways to incorporate it now. So, yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, your influence from your mother and your grandparents has made a huge impact.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your mom? Is your grandmother still with us today?
Oh, yeah, she is.
So, and your mom too as well?
Yeah.
So
My adopted mom, no, but my biological mom, yeah.
So what do they all think? Do you love it or?
My grandmother it was a musician herself.
Mhm.
She's like the most nitpicky person ever.
That's good.
But
Honest?
Yeah, very brutally honest sometimes. Like she came to one of our release parties we had at the Lexington downtown a couple years ago, and she was like, "Now, whatever wailing you're doing on stage, at least do it in key." And I was like, "Yo, thank you, Grammy. You can go. Your seat's over there." But she might be very harsh, but she means it from a loving place.
Love.
And then my mom is proud of me. She always brags to me to her friends, what moms do.
should do.
All right. And then my adopted mom, she would have been very proud of me. She was there helping me through a lot of the recording process and a lot of other things, and through other parts of aspects of my career, was very vital. She passed away 2 years ago from cancer, but she was very important to me, and she taught me a lot about this industry.
So it seems like you have a good musical background.
Yeah. We grew up. My grandmother she had myself, my cousin Claire Marie, my brother David. She had us all playing musical instruments. So my brother played the guitar, and myself and my cousin, we both played the piano. Like I said, I sing in church. So yeah, music's just been in me since I was a kid. I was born.
Yeah, it's your destiny.
All right.
So you released your EP.
No, the EP's coming out soon. So
the EP's not out. So what?
What's released is Find a Way, came out October the 31st on Halloween. Last Saturday, I re-released a single called Soiree. And then on December the 20th, I'm releasing my EP, Zai the Conqueror, first of his name.
Okay. So that's coming up.
All right.
So what is on your Spotify page?
Find a Way and Soiree is on there. Is the EP on there already? And maybe the EP's already on there.
I think because you have spoken word.
Oh, okay, so those are so those are the interludes for some of
so it goes 1, 3, and 5 are spoken words.
Okay, so then the songs
and then
are
songs
on there.
are 2. Yeah, songs are 2.
Oh, they are on there.
4 and 6.
Okay, my bad.
Let's
I guess
check.
No, I believe you because that means that's why I can post it. Okay, never mind. DistroKid has already released.
We got our
them.
exclusive announcement right now.
there it
Zion
is.
Conqueror is out.
Okay, everything's out. Go find it on Spotify. God, thank you for letting me know. Shoot. Everybody who helps me with that shit, you're all fired. Just kidding. That's crazy. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I was listening and I was like, because when obviously you emailed me your material, but then I went on your Spotify and then, there's six
Yeah,
six
six
tracks
tracks, yeah.
total. That's your
Yeah.
EP. It's out.
Mhm.
And
Well,
you said it
there
was
it is.
supposed to come out.
On the 20th. I guess District Kid just sped it up. They're like, forget it.
Yeah, I mean, after this, check your.
It more than likely is because I can tag certain songs. I should have thought it's common sense.
It's like it's popping up on your
Right.
music and when you on stories and whatnot.
Right. So there
Okay,
it
so
is.
since it's already out, let's just talk about it because what I was telling you prior to this was you do kind of the funk, the soul, EDM, I would say, because one of those songs is very like Soiree is very electronic EDM and it's almost clubby.
Yeah. I wanted Soiree in particular.
And that's how you. Oh yeah, so you described it. So you.
Oh yeah. It's because it starts with I dream in shades of greens, purples, and gold. So I'm Creole and Haitian. And so I wanted, do you know what a second line is?
No.
You ever seen in New Orleans when there's a funeral and people are walking down the street and they have the jazz band with them and it's the second line. That's leading you to your next path in life, your next part of the journey, you know? And we're doing it joyously. So I wanted a song that had that energy in it that could be played at my birthday, your birthday, Jesus' birthday, you know? It could be done at a funeral. I wanted a song that had my culture in it. And then I also wanted it to be something that people could still dance to at the club. So it's just a fusion of that.
And then soiree.
Yeah, soiree is a French word which means evening party. So it's fitting.
Nice.
So
yeah.
And then what else? Hand It Over is on there. Hand It Over was about I don't know how to
That's a different vibe as well.
Right. I just liked how it sounded. The producer was playing track.
Did you work with the same guy that did?
No. So the guy who did Hand It Over did Soiree. But he's not the same guy that did Take You Down. Take You Down was done by Zane Earhart. And that was done a while ago. It was done like in 2014.
Oh, wow.
And then Joey was the only one that worked on Find a Way. And then I have OBE, which was done with Martell Edwards. So I just always work with different producers because I want different vibes and different feelings for different songs.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then you never know who you're going to vibe with.
Right.
And what chemistry and especially what comes out.
I normally ask them for like their cast-offs. So whatever songs that they've thought are like stupid, I always find the gem in there and I can figure out what needs to be just put in there to make it dope, you know? So.
Have you, that's interesting that you do that. I mean, because there's what music that we might, or I might think that's not like I'm vibing with you.
Right.
You may like think this song, it's good. You
right.
know, like, or something like out of your.
Or there'll be something in there.
Yeah, something in there that sparks it, you know. So you speak your language with all these producers and they all.
Not all of them get it.
Oh, okay. I was like, do you do a dry rundown and be like, here's how it's going to run down?
I tend to figure out like how we're having this conversation. I'll sit down with them and be like, yo, let's just talk. Let's, smoke some weed or whatever you want to do. Let's just chill and have a vibe, right? So I can figure out how they talk and how they communicate. And then I'll speak to them from my language, but in a way that makes sense, in a way that they can comprehend, rather than going at it with
change your language a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Code switching, if you will. Yeah. I figure out what works for them because some people, need you to be intense and need you to be like, I need this done in order for them to get things done right, And others need you to be relaxed or chill and then some are just hands off and you just say, this is what I want, and they send it to you the next day. So I like to figure out who I'm dealing with and what skill set they have.
What do you prefer? Like, what is your ideal producer to work with?
I mean, let's see. Honestly, I just want somebody who, this is going to make me sound so weird or bad, but I don't care. I would just like to have somebody who we can just be best friends and like on some Timberland and Missy shit. Like, we could just be chilling in there and they'll play something and I'll be like, nah, that ain't hot, let's add this. And they're like, okay. And we just split everything 50-50.
Easy to work with. But like, I bring something different to the table than they would bring, but it still goes together and elevates the sound. You get me? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
All right. So shout out to all those producers out there. Okay. But you you had these spoken words in your EP,
Mm-hmm.
and what made you bring about to add those? Because they're all positive.
There are things that
It's obviously it's who you are,
right.
right?
So like if you listen to them and where they're placed,
Mhm.
they fit with each song.
After the
So-
or before the song.
So one, only one. I think Picasso is the first one.
Yeah, Picasso. Yeah.
And that's every act of creation is first of all an act of destruction. So I opened it with that one because the creation is the record they're about to hear, the whole entire project. So every act of creation, this act of creation, which is the project, came from me destroying who I was in my original group and figuring out who I am. So that's what that was. And then it goes Find a Way. And from Find a Way, I think it's Faith. I think after that. And Faith, I don't remember what the whole spoken word thing is, but it's about having faith and persevering because,
it
you know.
explains itself.
Right,
Faith.
exactly. And then the final one, I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
Eh.
That's a horrible. This is my EP. I'm here doing an interview with you, and I don't remember
Why
what
don't
it
we
is.
pop it up right now?
Oh well, there's that.
Yeah.
Pride.
Right.
Take pride in how far you have come, and have faith in how far you will go. That's what it was. It was pride. So, Picasso, faith, and pride.
Okay.
So,
What was the? Well, you described some of your creative process, but what was the whole? And one of these songs was 2014.
mm-hmm.
So it was a long time in the making, or it was that just that one song?
Find a Way and Find a Way, and I wrote Find a Way in 2014 as well. I just had to find a producer, and then I recorded.
So you were still in the band at this time,
Right,
and
right.
You were like doing your little side thing.
All right, allegedly. No, it was more that you know.
No, you were writing music.
It was more like Solange had inspired me because Solange talked about Cranes in the Sky. That was her first Grammy win, and she said that she wrote that back in like 2007. And she held on to it. And I was like trying with a whole bunch of different producers. Like 8 producers I took Find a Way to, you know, I sang the melodies and I, you know, had the whole concept in my head, but none of them could get it.
It's a complex song.
Right.
You know, it's
right.
not something that anyone can create.
And I'm a perfectionist about what I hear and what I want to convey. So I had to wait. And so Solange inspired me to wait because she said she waited and she found the right time and the right group of records to put it with sonically. So I waited.
So you've written, how many songs have you written?
A lot.
A lot.
But
So,
not all of
I
them
mean-
are worthy of.
No, like say worthy of putting together another EP, album, singles, whatever.
I have
whatnot.
another 6 ready to go.
Okay.
I have another.
And you're
and
searching
full
for
on.
producers, or are you going to work with?
No, they're already recorded. I'm
Oh,
just
oh.
waiting for. So yeah, they're already recorded. I'm just waiting for the right time to put them out.
Oh, you just released the EP
Right,
without you
right.
even knowing it. So
Right.
you better get on. You better start promoting that.
Right. I am. No. But so.
Special announcement.
Okay. I'm also going to be shooting music videos. I'm going to really be creative for these.
And you want to
'cause-
be heavily involved in that as well, visually?
Oh yeah. My goal is to have them be animated.
Oh,
I
Interesting.
want to create an Afrofuturistic world, kind of like the Black
The ma-
Panther.
kind of like Black Panther metaverse.
Right. Okay.
The Afroverse.
Right. Okay. The Afroverse.
Afroverse.
I like that. No, but it'll be
Hey,
Mm.
it's a good idea.
futuristic in
NFT.
every aspect. Though it'll be like Norwegian. If it's in Norway, the Vikings would be futuristic. It'd be like that. Or if they're in England, or the Celts. It'd be like historically, accurate but futuristic. So I want to create. I'm working on something.
So you're in a hunt
Yeah.
for a creator of that
An animator.
animator.
I am. I have everything else set up. I have the whole concept together. I have the storyline done and the characters' names and everything. Got to find the right animator. And it'll come in the right time.
So you gotta listen to Solange.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
But you've had couple performances as recent. Anything coming up as is I the Conqueror performing?
Yes,
live?
I am. Well, it'll be Black House Productions, my company, and we're going to be at
So what is explain about
Black House. Black House is just it's a live production company. So I book tours for artists. I also book my own tours.
Is that something
and-
you've been doing before?
Right before
You s-
COVID, I had it.
Okay, you
I had
started
it
it.
going, and I had a clientele base that was actually flourishing, but then COVID hit, and you
Of
know,
course.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But we're bouncing back, and our first show back is going to be at the Holden Company in Ocean Beach in San Diego, and we're headlining on January the 12th. And we're in talks currently with different venues because I'm working on something currently.
So Black House Productions would it be always in you or other artists? Or?
It's myself, so it's going to be like a circus kind of. That's the whole goal,
Okay.
where it's like myself.
We got animation, we got circus.
It's imagery. It's
You
things
are-
that
You're a creator.
right.
Yes, you are creating your own world and it's coming to life.
Yes.
So it's going to be, like you said, like a circus, but not actual circus.
Not actual circus. So like, eventually, I would like to have it be like a carnival, like all weekend thing. There's a carnival on the outside, and we have different artists performing and whatnot. But like for this situation, it's just myself and T Chronix performing, and there's a couple other DJs that I'm talking to that are going to be there as well. DJ Hush and a couple others. So it's just going to be a fun show, and it's a $5 entry, and that's that. So.
And that's in San Diego.
San Diego at Ocean Beach at the Holding Company.
And anything else in the works?
A few other things, but I don't want to talk about them yet.
Okay.
They're not ready. I might have to come back when that's time.
Okay. But what else do you want to talk about?
Anything else? What else do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know what else to.
Well, you have the. I was telling you before we all started. You sent me some of your music, like I was saying, and I liked your OBE.
OBE.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
OBE and
Outer body experience.
Have you ever had an outer body experience?
Allegedly.
What does that mean?
I mean, it means allegedly.
Allegedly.
No,
but do you even,
I've had dreams where it feels like I'm floating out of my body.
You would say a dream.
Yeah.
Nothing that would be like ayahuasca or
Never. Not I. No. I'm not that bold. I've tried other things, but not that. Done acid a few times. It was not a fun experience. That's all I'm gonna say. But OBE, it's just about love. You know, the simplest emotion there is that everybody experiences. But it's about a love that's just so epic that it takes you on an outer body experience. So, would you like to hear it?
I would love to hear it again.
All right. Then here we go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, you know I be on it. Got me all on your mind.
Chop, 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 we gotta ride.
Can't you see what you've been missing?
I don't
You
want
should know. Yeah.
outer body experience.
OBE.
That was the exclusive from
Yes,
Zai the
sir.
Conqueror. We just heard that. R&B flavor, vibe.
Yeah, I wanted it to really sound like a live performance. I wanted it to come across like you're in one of those old speakeasies.
Yeah, I feel like that would be in an intimate venue,
Exactly.
having a cocktail and kind of like the 50s, 60s
Exactly.
kind of ambiance, I guess, and you're on the small stage. And it's
Exactly.
that one light is on you.
And there's a guy on the piano,
Yeah.
3 little background singers back there, and a cellist. That's
Yeah,
it.
jealous.
A bass cellist.
Yes. And you said this is a love song with anyone in
Mhm.
particular again, or
No, this was just,
is it just about love?
it's just about being in a love that's just so amazing that you
Having
go
a
on out-of-body experience.
That is some outer body experience. That would be love, you know?
Yeah, I think at that time when I was writing so I co-wrote this song with my friend Martel. And at that time, like, I just really wanted to be in love. I don't know why, but I just was craving it. And so, yeah, when he played it for me, it just fit. It fit what I was feeling. And I was like, all he had was the, let me take you on a ride, take you outside your mind.
That's like the hook.
That's all he had. Then the opening line.
Mhm.
And I was like, you just gotta learn to let it go, let it flow, let me know when you learn how to do it though. I started hearing like everything else that could be in there when he played the rest of the beat because there was nothing there. And yeah, we had to switch some things around, but it just worked in the end. And he was going through what he was going through, and it helped him as well.
Therapy for both of you.
Yep. And we made a good song out of it.
There you go. Chop, chop, chop. Gotta ride. What can we expect more? Well, you said you already recorded some music.
Yeah.
Is it the same kind of genre, or is it all over the place? I mean,
I
or-
think it's kind of the same vibe where like some of the songs are gonna be high energy, some of them are gonna be more eclectic, and some of them are gonna be more R&B.
Mhm.
I think that's just what can be expected from me because it's who I am.
and you have an R&B voice when you want to,
Yeah.
display that.
Right.
So, but as an artist, you can't tell someone how to sing or play
Right.
music. So, and then after these, when the time is right to release these tracks, what is in your mind right now that's brewing that you want to create?
Like in an ideal
And-
situation.
I
I would love to make a cartoon that goes on Adult Swim. I would like to make like merchandise and eventually a cartoon movie. That's
Do you
about
have an
it.
animated version of yourself yet?
Not myself, but his name is Zoe.
Zoe.
Yeah, and he's a fire. He's a piece of fire.
Zoe is the character?
Yeah, the main character.
But is that kind of like an alter ego?
No, he's just
Zoe.
yeah, just Zoe. He's my friend.
Z-O-E?
Just Z-O.
Zio.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Anything else though?
No, not at the moment.
Musically?
Musically, I'm gonna be doing shows, a lot of shows. So like, if you guys go on my social media, which is Zai the Conqueror @ZaiTheConqueror for Instagram and TikTok, everybody can stay up to date on that. And like I said, my website, all this stuff. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shows coming up, and like I said, music videos
2022.
of 2022. Yeah, we're gonna be going back at it
You're just gonna hit it hard.
as hard as I can. I plan to tour until I'm 40, and then I'm gonna quit entirely. I'm gonna disappear.
Yeah, you're not that old, so you
No.
you have time, but don't waste the time.
All right. Right.
Thank you so much, Zai.
Thank you for having me.
Zai the
This has
Conqueror.
been fun.
Yeah, it has been fun. You're a fun guy. and
Likewise.
Made great music, and just look forward to hearing more of it.
All right. I
All
look
right.
forward to giving it to you.
And don't forget to
Oh,
you promote that
Yeah.
your EP that just
Zai the
released.
Conqueror.
It's already
First
out.
of his name is out on Spotify. Go get it. And yeah, that's that. Peace and light to you guys.
All right, thank you, Zai.
You're listening to Tastemakers
with Zebra and Jeeves.